Greetings, I'm Russ.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. So welcome back to Lily's Garden, where they do give you a lot of free lives, as I've continued to tell you. If you want to play this game as a puzzle game, it is very friendly. It will regularly give you free lives for all kinds of things. However, we have been disappointed as these ads have shown up. They have spoiled characters for us. At least we assume that Holly is a character. We don't know who Holly is.
We don't know who most of the characters.
All right,
we saw somebody else,
three
and I was
different
like,
characters that we don't know who are that have come up on these sales, and it'd be really cool if it was possible in the game mechanic to not show you their offers until after you'd unlocked that character.
Right.
Like, I don't know what that would take in programming language, but it'd be really cool if those didn't come up until you'd seen that character in the game.
Right.
So that you could, basically avoid spoilers. Not that spoilers are the end all be all, but we like to be surprised.
Yeah, it's
you know?
true.
All right, so we're going to rearrange the statues because we went, look, you're big, you're strong, you can help
all
us.
you've done is top day, though. You have no leg day, sir.
You have no leg day, you've just done arm days. Rearrange the statues. That looks really cool, that little picture. All right, we're going to rearrange these statues.
All right, ready?
1, 2, lift! Ah! Lots of lifts later.
You did more like...
Holy cow.
That wasn't so bad.
Look at these. Why were these all laying down on the ground?
Maybe to preserve them so they didn't fall over and break?
Maybe it would have been a good way to store them, yeah, because,
Except I feel like you'd want to, cover them up. Or...
Those you want to mount them, honestly, and not just
know.
stand them, as far as I know. But it depends on how wide their bases are and what their center of gravity is like. Like, some of these, the bases don't look wide enough to support the weight of them, but that's me.
Right.
Without a foundation. A lot of statues are mounted on foundations. So if you've ever gone to a sculpture park, they really do have foundations under most of the statues.
Yes.
And or like stands for them, because it's really important to support them and not just stand them on dirt where those just slowly sink into the ground.
Ooh.
What?
How much do you want to guess if they were painted or not originally? Or did we do the rich white person classist bullcrap thing where they're like, no, all statues of the past are all completely plain.
Pristine, beautiful marble. All right, so
historically speaking,
old marble statues, most of them used to have color on them. We have had this forever, and we have idealized the aesthetic that they are all blank, beautiful white things. They had bright, brilliant colors on them because they did a statue, and then they painted it to look realistic.
Yes.
And the thing is we have been, for years, conservatives have been like removing the paint because, only a tiny bit was left. And, you just want to make the statue look clean. And then you've had people as they're going, like, sort of like adding, I say quotes, adding feathers to dinosaurs. You are ruining dinosaurs with science. People are going, you're ruining history with accuracy, kind of thing. Right. Because they're not as
I love the fact somebody came out going, they look so gaudy and campy. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with you? What's wrong with God and camp?
What's wrong with God and camp? But we love God and camp. Honestly, have you seen our movies? We love it. All right.
We do. Like, holy
anyway, says you.
Hey, what's that?
Is it another photo?
More photos! I love more photos!
It looks like an entrance to another part of the garden. Oh, are we gonna open a new environment?
A secret garden?
Got a machete. He looks so excited. Look at that. He's like, what's that? Wow! We are suddenly the two kids in the secret garden. We're gonna do this. Come on, dude. We'll get you out of your emotional slump, like out of your wheelchair, and shove you into the garden.
Right.
Sorry. That if you haven't read The Secret Garden, that was like a little tasteless, but nonetheless.
No. I'm like, it's fine. I've never really liked The Secret Garden.
It's okay though, but I am like emotional slump versus physical slump. Both of them are actual things that disable you. Yeah. So you know what? Do it.
Yeah, this is why we all need mental health care. Screw you guys. All right. Those three little words I've always wanted a woman to say to me. Enter my secret garden?
No.
That's 4.
Do you have a machete? That's 4. Except that's 5.
Got a machete? Got a machete. There we go.
Got a machete? The 3 little words. Got a machete? Instead of going, I-L-U for I love you, you just G-A-M. Got a machete? Oh my God,
it's a gam.
Everyone just typing gam? Question mark?
Gam? Type down in the comments, gam?
Gam, yes. Just in the comments, I need it. All right.
Right. I always want a woman to say to me.
Well, that's good.
Let's
clear it. Okay, so I'm disappointed at the moment because we're entering a new environment, but we still haven't filled the pond with water.
I know.
I want to fill the pond with water.
Like, what are we doing?
Why are we walking past this before we pond with water? I want water in my fountain. What I need is a good water in my fountain.
Hacking away at overgrowth with a machete.
He does have a machete. The memories. Luke, are you crying?
Hey, I'm having a it here.
It's good hard work can really help people with
Oh,
their
it really
emotional
can.
experiences. Like, he's
Especially
just like,
considering
I got
him.
this, and this is my frustration, and this is where I didn't know what to say, and this is that argument we had on a Tuesday night. It's like Lily attacking the weeds and getting it out, you know?
Uh-huh.
I love it. They're like, it's suddenly it's there. It's catharsis.
It's very true.
Hit those bushes.
Okay. Stand back, Lily.
All right.
Hi-ya!
I love it.
Brah!
Okay, he's actually got a machete in his head. This
That's
is adorable.
super cute.
That's so cute.
5
minutes later.
He's like, it's a little dull, sorry.
Hi.
Thanks, Lily. I needed that.
I know you needed something. Glad it was that. Whoa. I don't remember this part of the garden
Oh no, is it
at
explicit?
all. And here's
Uncle
a statue of my great aunt, nude, with Uncle Arthur, nude. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I suppose.
Hi. Well,
Uh,
seems like no one's been here for decades.
it is
Maybe?
the secret garden.
It is,
It's the secret
It's
garden.
the secret garden.
Let's just not have a broken tree branch, shall we?
That's it, right?
I'm gonna need to do a lot of mowing and trimming and weeding and
working.
raking and repairing and
I love, you know what I
assessing
still have to say, though?
and commas.
Honestly, like there's a level of, like, I don't know how to express it, like where the, Regina's grandfather
Yes.
doesn't seem to be jealous of, basically Aunt Mary's previous relationship.
I love that, actually, that he just seems to be excited about things to do with the fact that she was happy.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And that they were great friends.
I wish.
With no like jealousy or discomfort at all when they were married to different partners. And then they just got together. And then there was no seeming animosity or anxious or like anxiety at all to the previous partners. It was just, this was part of your life and is part of your life.
Now, again, we clearly are only seeing, snapshots.
Yeah, literal snapshots. Yes.
But
at
it
the same
really is
time,
like the way.
The game is not writing in any possessive jealousy. It's really nice.
It really is. Like, I'm so damn tired of it. Like,
I've done my immortality rant in another series. It's really good. But in this one, I'm just going to talk briefly. I've talked about immortal characters marrying mortal characters, and they always make it some giant tragedy. And if you are, in my opinion, a well-balanced immortal, and you understand that somebody else has a shorter lifespan, in the same way that you can love the hell out of a dog, not romantic love, just love them, and you know they don't live very long. You don't have to be sad and tragic and moving towards the end of your life every time your dog dies. You go, that was an amazing experience with that best good dog. And I love also dogs, and I would like another awesome good dog who will not replace this dog, who will not become this dog, but is another good experience I would like to have.
Yes.
And going, I have envisioned this character who's, you know, immortal, and they've lived like 600 years, and they've had like 16 spouses of one degree or another, and every one of them knows about their previous spouses because they still think every one of them was super cool.
Right?
Except for maybe like their first two where they were still learning, going, okay, I was not very good at relationships right away, so my first two really were like disasters, but I learned quite a bit from them, and I still respect those people, kind of thing. And even if those people had flaws that hurt me, what have you, I still respect them. And so you have somebody married to their current immortal, you know, husband, if you will, going, you know what, your fourth wife sounds amazing. I love these photo albums of her. I wish I could have met her so hard.
Right?
And there's no jealousy or possessiveness of going, but did you love her more than me? You're different people. You're not a replacement for each other. No one is replacing anybody else. You're a different experience.
You literally can't. And actually, if you watch people who try to replace their relationship, they fall apart.
It does, because
so
they're
fast.
not the same person. You can't replace your dog. You can't, unless they are a functional working tool. You can only replace your relationship if you're replacing a tool. You can buy another spade just as good as your previous spade.
It's true.
If your dog was a working dog and that's all they did, you can replace them with another working dog, like you can replace an employee. They're still not going to be the same, but they can do the job.
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah, relationships do not replace each other. They're just a new experience.
Yes.
Anyway, so I like that there's no jealousy there.
Yes.
And trimming and cutting and yelling and dragging of rakes.
As it turns out, I do have a machete.
You did display that, actually.
And I'm here for it.
I do have a machete. It's like, well, maybe the machete will help with other things. Clean secret garden. Clean it. Not clear it, not trim it, just clean it.
Button.
We're just gonna get a power wash, like a power washer head on our hose and just blast.
Destroy everything plants cut through.
Just blast the first layer of illustration off of this to get to the decoration underneath. Ha, ha,
Right.
ha, ha. Okay. Okay, machete man. Ready to get to work?
Ready when you are, boss lady.
All right.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Rah.
I have weeds.
Woo!
He's having was so much fun.
He's had
I just
so
want,
much
like,
stress.
I just so much want, like, plant branches flying everywhere. Like, like cartoon characters diving into a battle and it turns into that,
yes.
that, like, ball of, like, dust and, arms and legs and things, but it's him against a bush. Yes. All done. Nice work, Machete Man. Also, I made the grass green again. Turns out that under every layer of dead grass, there is bright new happy grass. I love it.
Without effort, several hours later.
It's so great. It's just hiding there under all the dead things. You just have to rake out the other stuff. Is that a metaphor? Is that a metaphor for the self? Just unbury the good things? I don't know.
It's in the secret garden. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine. Thanks. I might have totally strained a muscle or two. Completely worth it, though.
Was it like a leg muscle? Oh. The statue is still overgrown, but I don't feel like climbing up there right now.
Unless we make you.
A lot of times you don't have to, right? Unless we make you climb the statue. Pepper. Dang it.
Why did I say that out loud?
In My Mystic Dragons, we recently had an experience where we literally chose a choice for the character, and then the character resisted the choice, and we went, hang on. And we talked about what happened there and how it could have been a storytelling convention of like basically choosing your path to get there. But it was so weird where we're like, sure, we'll do this. And the character's like, I don't want to do that.
Especially because usually what they have done is you pick that option, they just do it. That's why it gets weird to me. When games suddenly do that, and you're like, that was the story, though. What just happened?
That's not how your convention hasn't been working this way so far. You suddenly changed your approach. And so if you're learning from the game, your approach changes. You go, wait, what happened?
What?
I don't feel like climbing up there right now.
I could probably handle it if you want. I mean, my butt might hurt and crap, but it's fine.
I hope it has a good foundation and a base. Otherwise, if you try and climb it, well, it might fall, like, right on you. I will save it for later. I'm going to work on flowers for now.
We're going to climb the statue.
Right now.
Hey, I got some more steel back home. Want me to fix up a new set of footbridges?
You know what? Steel footbridges sound great. Let's do that.
Wild.
Sure. Thanks, Luke. I bet we'll have at least 3 options for what we might, for what you can do.
One of which will not be steel.
Right? Oh, God. I hope they are all steel. That would be great.
Oh, dang. We really do have to skip those two.
We do.
Dang it. I was like, nope, I'm going to make her
I'm going to make her climb that statue. It's all right. We're fine. We're fine.
It's fine.
So they haven't talked about laying a flower bed yet?
Yeah, she did.
She did?
Yes.
I missed
She
it.
talked about it just before, I promise.
Okay, then I just missed it. We'll just do the flower bread first then. So he has...
I love flour bread.
Well, I mean, most bread
I'm
is
hungry
made with
too.
flour.
Okay. If y'all aren't feeding yourself and drinking water and getting plenty of rest during this here coronavirus and being creative and doing awesome and going, hey, you know what? These are all the things I missed out of my life.
I'm gonna take some time, write a few sentences of that book.
Yes.
Go do that art project. Go read the thing you wanted to read. You know what? We are here with you. It is super cool.
I have a challenge for actually all of y'all who are stuck at home. Write a little bit about the projects that you are working on currently.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool.
So, like, what are the things you guys are doing in terms of, like, keeping yourself preoccupied?
Yeah, what are you doing during the coronavirus?
Because this is what we're doing.
I would say, and if
plus also we've got family stuff, but yeah.
Right, but if you're in a situation where you still have to go to work, you can certainly share that, because some people still are going to their jobs. But if you're like telecommuting from home, or if you're like, look, I am out of school, or I am out of whatever I would normally be doing, I am watching my cousins, or my kids, or whatever your age group happens to be,
right?
And going, I'm living, basically I'm isolated in my little apartment, going. Tea, 947 cups of tea. Just, feel free to share.
And trying all the varieties of tea I have in the house. That could be a thing you're doing.
I had a tea collection and I was never drinking it. And so now I'm sitting here trying my tea. Or if there's other things in your house where you're going, you know what? I always said I was going to bake this thing and I have the ingredients for it, but I never did it. Just take a minute and do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Catalog it if you want to. Be like, look, I did that thing.
Yep.
The weeds really took over this place. Not a bee in sight.
That sounds unrealistic for weeds because most weeds have
flowers.
And
they need bees.
Still like the flowers. Anyway.
Yep. Bees, in fact, love Canadian thistle like crazy. And it is a horribly invasive, terrible weed.
Unless what you're saying is that these are all weeds that took over and then they died.
Right, the dead weeds, maybe. But you do see a lot. I see visually there's a lot of flowers bees should be.
Well, that's because we added them in recently. I think they're talking more about this. The thing they're standing directly in front of.
Yeah, but we didn't add any of these flowers because we hadn't been in this area. Anyway.
They popped up Once we cleaned it up.
Then we found them under things. Bees can't find flowers if they're underneath things. Bees going,
bees are too big.
There is a leaf over it. Nope, no flower.
No,
sadness.
I'm just going to die.
I would just have to go somewhere else.
I can't smell things or see things. It's fine.
Flower. I have brilliant colors.
Well, that's just unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Time to plant some. He's so
Time to
plant some flowers.
Oh, I feel like it's just get ready to plant flowers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to plant flowers.
Plant
I love it.
flowers.
All right. He just dives in with his whole face. Did you
Oh
just see
my
that?
God,
He just threw his entire body into it. Oh, that's rocks.
That's bees. More bees.
I mean, yeah, the bees come instantly. I know.
No.
Maybe
that one? I like this one.
I like that one, but like, did he really just drag in all those
rock?
freaking boulders?
Right? This one makes more sense.
That one feels more realistic.
There's
because-
bamboo though, which, oh my god, dude. Okay, so let's put this out here for you. If you do not have a way to control bamboo, you are screwed.
It grows
Bamboo grows so fast. So, weird, horribly creepy thing for you.
Oh,
Bamboo was
no.
literally used as a torture device. It grows so quickly. Okay? So, please, for the love of God, have some sort of control over your bamboo.
All right, here we are. So we're with the rocks, and he just dragged in a bunch of boulders because he wanted to practice his leg day. Yeah?
Yep, let's do it. Yep.
No bamboo.
Leg day.
Done. All right.
She's like, what?
Wow, you just made rocks appear.
Whoa, what's with all the bees all of a sudden?
Well, I have beehives.
I'm not walking into a horror movie, right?
Oh, they're good bees, don't worry. No, you dork. The bees smelled the new flowers and came over to get some nectar. They're not aggressive. They're just honeybees.
Still an awful lot of them in one place. I mean,
Maybe
my
it's
dude, my homie, there's literally there's a huge beehive, like
right, like 2 steps over. Like it's
seriously.
really right there. She's like, well, yeah, they're getting a little crowded. I'll have to lay down some more flower beds so everyone gets what they need.
Oh.
Are we saying that our bees are reproducing that quickly since we expanded the hive?
You're kidding.
That's
it's been
wild.
like 2 days?
3 days?
2, maybe 1 day? Like, it really was very
A
recent.
queen bee is on top of things. Pap! They will mature immediately. No feeding them, on a normal schedule
Doesn't
of
it take
maturation.
like a week for them to mature?
I think it's
about?
something like that when you're feeding them, the appropriate, like honey food.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're
like
about-
nectar and
the right amount. It does take a little bit of time.
It does take time. I'm like, no.
So I'm not sure that I believe this particular one of they're getting crowded. Like bees will travel a very long way. If your flowers run out of like nectar, they will just fly somewhere else.
Right.
They're not going to be like trying to fight over the nectar in the flowers. They literally like
They're
there's no
very
nectar
team
there. I'll go
coordinated.
somewhere else. They're
Yeah.
extremely team oriented, and also they won't sit there trying to figure out if the flowers still have nectar. They'll just go somewhere else when it's out.
Bees are babies.
When it's depleted.
Love the babies.
Yeah, babies. It's the bee's knees.
It's the bees knees.
Bees
Lay out
knees.
more flower. Oh, it's steel bridge.
I was gonna lay out more flower beds.
Oh, fine.
It's supposedly giving him time to get the steel together. In theory. Suppose it. Wait, are we gonna...
Wait.
That's a flower bed?
Oh,
Lay out more flower beds is the statue.
is the statue? I thought we
Hang
weren't
on.
going to do that yet.
That doesn't make sense.
What? Oh, it's just around it.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Okay.
The gnomes are kind of charming.
The gnomes are
But they
kind
have
of
so
charming.
much bright color.
I know.
More bamboo, no. You know what? I kind of like the gnomes
Let's do
based
the
on how many
gnomes.
flowers they have.
We add
Like
a little bit of whimsy usually in every area.
And I like how they pull the other color scheme in because there's a lot of white over here.
Yeah.
Which doesn't do as much flower-wise. There you go, little guys. Eat up. That is not that many more flowers, my dear Lily.
It's definitely not. You're really into bees, huh?
Super into bees. Hey, they are the bee's knees. Oh,
Hi, which are very soft and fuzzy.
I'm very
I
fuzzy,
still love
cute.
that little video where it says like, high five, my little dude, and the little bee reaches out, go, pep.
Pep. Yeah, the little bee just lifts their leg. Bonk. It's so good.
It was a very good little short
Except for it's
video.
like a high one because one finger with
I know.
one foot.
Yeah.
A high one, but still a high five.
Yeah, still high
It's
five.
good. All right. They're a surefire sign of a healthy flower garden. And I love gardening. It was almost all I ever did with my aunt.
There's also a level where I'm like, I really do still hope that this is like a place where there's a lot of water because, oh my God, the water bill on this place would be astronomical.
To
also,
take care of this garden?
Water tends to be a limited resource in specific areas, so...
Far as I can tell, based on all the greenery that's here, this place gets a whole lot of rain. Because you don't have that many trees and that much green just hanging out without a whole lot of rain.
Yeah.
So we're more in like, down near Florida, like South Carolina. Is it South
It
Carolina?
could be more maybe like
But
Missouri?
We're like
Louisiana?
yeah, southern wet areas.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where we are.
At least in terms of we're assuming this is somewhere on the, East Coast, basically.
We're also
area.
assuming it's in America,
It could
not
be in the
fiction land.
Appalachians somewhere, so we could still be like Tennessee or Kentucky or South or North Carolina.
Fiction land. We're assuming American fiction land, but it
Yeah.
could be actually completely made up land.
Which is totally
Where
fine.
there's only the city and the mountains, as you know.
The culture
All right.
of the city and the mountains.
Yes. Aunt Mary really loved them too. When I was younger, she always said she could talk to them.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
What?
No, yeah. I can talk to bees too.
You're a bee charmer? Oh, knock it off.
What's that, little bees? You have a secret? Oh, my.
Oh, no, he's going to do something dorky.
Oh, my. Suddenly I become George Takei.
Oh, God.
She has a crush? Oh, who does she have a crush? Okay, now this...
And she's getting grumpy, appropriately so, going, excuse me, hold on.
Who does she have a crush on?
Luke?
Hang on, Lily, I'm talking to the bees.
Maybe
Now,
they're going to subvert us and he's going to be talking about someone else, like his dog.
I hope so, because
I want them to be doing
find that to
something
be
different.
really inappropriate. I
Yeah.
do not care. He just had a huge breakup.
And he just went through a crisis. I'm going to abandon my entire life and move to Alaska.
Uh-huh.
Like, this feels weird as hell. I'm going to storm off and pout on that bench if you're not careful.
She said that about my muscles? Really?
Okay, that's it. Storming off, pouting on a bench. You're being rude as hell. Actually, there's no bench. Why are there benches? Ah, yes! Why are the benches always broken when I need to sit down?
I do not find that to be attractive.
I don't find that to be
I like,
charming at all.
especially in regards to like being like, oh, she has a crush. Or she's worried about you and you're her neighbor. And again, she's been through extreme situation. And also, this is an extreme situation on its own.
Yeah.
And I'm, okay,
Again.
the heteronormative fandom, please back off for like 10 minutes.
I do
Again,
like that Lily's not responding positively to it, though. She's not giggling. She's not getting shy. She's not going, ha. She's actually having a good response of going, that's not how I've been interacting with you
At all.
sir. All right.
So let's build a freaking
the
bench.
so we can go pout because you're being a dork.
You're being ridiculous.
You know what? Let's see. Do I know how to build a bench? I don't like those ones. They look like professional park benches.
They really do.
They really look like city park benches. One's okay. I'm not in the mood for any of these benches.
I mean, we could also change them, but I think the middle one is the least offensive.
Yeah, that sounds fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not
It's the
brilliant,
okayest.
Nice bench. Mind if I sit?
Yes, I mind terribly. Well, it was originally made for pouting, but sure, have a seat. I'll go pout somewhere else.
Goodbye.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna hover, is what I mean.
Her going, I'm gonna stare off. We're gonna not look at each other. You know what? I like that the character models actually have the emotions of what's going on. I'm not gonna look at you. I'm gonna stare off somewhere else. You're being an idiot.
Lily? These past couple of days, it's just been,
Crazy. I know.
That was rude. Yeah.
Would you like
I'm
to
also
admit
like, how was
that you've been rude
any
now?
amount of process at all? But okay, I'm
Are you
fine.
gonna keep going? So, Alaska, huh? No, we didn't do it. We're just dropping it. Well, what are you gonna do for a living? Ice fishing? Bear hunting? Sled dog trainer? Telecommuting?
Come on, I don't know, goofball.
You're probably gonna go work on an oil rig, right? Because, you know,
That
that's
makes
most
a
of what
crap
they
ton
do
of
up
money.
there.
Yeah, and also it's very dangerous. Right now, I just want to see what a statue looks like.
What that statue looks like, he just wants to tear down the ivy. Like, okay, did we really just let him do that and then not talk about it at all?
At all?
Really?
Yeah,
me too.
with a lower case, yeah. So it's like,
But
yeah.
I kind of want to save it for last, you know? Like a reward for all our hard work. You look guilty in this character model, and that's appropriate because you did something dumb. Like, down here, it doesn't match up.
Yeah, I know. I like your thinking.
Yeah, you're lucky that I didn't tell you to buzz off with the bees.
I still want to tell you to buzz off with the bees. All right, get the footbridge finally.
All right, build your damn footbridge. It's fine.
That's fine. I am actually annoyed, like genuinely. All right, we're all set. Just need you to pick a design for the bridge, Lily.
Yep, see, I told you he needed time to set things up. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been ready. Well, how about this? Poof. Whoa.
Whoa.
Those are a little wild. They're steel and wood. That's hilarious.
Very.
The shapes already look worn out.
I know.
They're
I'm like,
already
that's terrible.
distressed.
No.
Why? Like, that is, like, yeah, broken, like, distressed shapes. That's weird as hell. matches the bench, but looks boring. And those look too bright.
Yeah, no, the problem that I keep having with the white is too shockingly white.
So, this is the only thing you will look at in the frame.
And
If it had some green in it, it would mellow it down a little bit. But I guess we'll go with the okayest one.
Yeah, sure, the okayest.
It's the okayest. It's bridge perfect. Hey, you've been hard at work. Need a break? Something to drink? Is this where he comes up with the crush idea?
Nah, I'll just grab a lemon from the tree over there.
Hi. Oh, the lemon tree. I gotta fix it up. Wait a minute. Did you say you're gonna eat a lemon? Just like that?
Well, yeah. I like lemons.
Weirdo? Wait.
She's like,
you eat them
that's
with
kind
salt?
of charming.
Actually, that's a little wild. Something specific
Not
about
many
you.
people actually do that, yeah.
It's true. Not many people just eat lemons.
Plant a tree? We're gonna tear it up and put it back down again.
We're gonna tear out the whole lemon tree and put in a new one?
What?
We could just fix it up like the rose bushes. Look, if our old boyfriend can destroy a rose bush and we can just fix it up, we should be able to just fix this up.
Oh man, these are really good lemons.
You know what? They'll be even better once I tear out this tree, kill it, and plant in a new variety.
What?
Well, yeah, me too. You're a strange man, Mr. Lorenzo. Help me out with this tree. We're gonna pull it out and destroy it and put in a new one. And the lemons, I'm sure, will be just as good. Hi. I think we're not planting a new... Oh, whoa, we are killing the lemon tree.
We are just abruptly murdering the lemon tree.
We're literally tearing out a perfectly good lemon tree that just needs some trimming. Why?
Lemon tree. We keep the lemon tree.
That's weird as hell. Like, are those lemons? Those look more like... Okay, they're just giant lemons. Yeah, freaking hell.
Whoa.
It's terrific. He looks stunned. That is appropriate. Him going, we just tore out that beautiful lemon tree that had amazing lemons and put something else in.
Okay, now I'm conflicted. Okay, so now I've run into two things that I am abruptly like, Lily's Garden, you were kind of fun with some of the stuff, and sure,
and this is weird.
This is getting weird.
And with him, I feel very invalid. I just told you.
The thing about the lounge lizard, the thing about her boyfriend.
This is the offensive part.
I'm like,
this is the part
fine.
that loses me. Anyway, it's just going, you really are like, kill the tree. Why? Also going, that's, part of your history in this garden, or the history of this garden, even if you haven't been to this specific one. But it kind of just shits on him a little bit. Sort of like the experience that we had like in My Mystic Dragons with the damn necklace kind of thing.
Right?
It's just you said, wow, I love this thing. It's really good. And we're going, you're strange. Let's destroy this thing. Like, that sounds a little bit wild. Even if you're not close friends, like if someone comes over to your house and goes, oh, you just discovered something about your garden? Oh my God, I love that variety of heirloom tomato. They're so good. And you go, oh, really? We're just going to tear them out and keep going. And you don't even offer like, oh, do you want to take these lemons before I tear down the tree?
Or would you like to take the tree?
Right? What if we move the tree to your house? Like, wow, this felt really weird. Super weird. Maybe a little new growth will help this place recover from whatever happened before. Why did you destroy the tree?
Yeah, something new to make everything feel alive again.
Except my soul.
Except my lack of soul.
My soul.
So I can't have it anyway. Place decorations.
Oh, we do get to decorate the bridge?
Hang
on.
Wait, what?
If I knew we were going to get to put bushes or something on it, I might have chosen a different one. Oh, wait, no, we're not talking about the bridges.
Going to place a few lamps?
Yeah, lamps. Or garden gnome. She's calling herself out again.
Yes.
Lamps or garden gnomes.
I'm not sure garden gnomes are...
Quiet. I'm trying to think here. All right. Lamps? Whoa. No, you blocked the garden gnome. Okay. Maybe? What's with the one over here? What's the purpose?
I don't know. I don't understand. I think the lights, the middle lights.
Yeah, the middle ones, definitely. I'm like,
but I mean, those will fall apart in like 5 minutes outside.
It seems like, yeah, those
I'd want to do these, but they're freaking in the... Yeah, I'm like, what? We've already also got garden gnomes, so the gnomes would be clearly redundant and would add way too much gnome in my... Okay, fine, whatever.
Too much gnome.
It's fine.
It's the okayest.
It's the okayest.
This whole secret garden is the okayest.
This garden is... Okay...
Gonna look great.
Hey, that's gonna look great with a statue, whatever it looks like.
We hope.
Of course, we don't know what the statue is yet, so what are we freaking doing?
You find out it's something super unexpected, like pop culture avant-garde. It's someone murdering a gnome.
Yes! That would be super funny.
Well, I mean, it's a lady. Might even be Aunt Mary.
How do you know that? That'd be a pretty romantic thing for your great uncle to do.
I mean, he did paint her nude. You know what? If you want to go in the shed at some point, I mean, his studio.
Woo!
There's a picture in there. Let me tell you. Oh, what?
What? What?
What?
What?
Would you make a statue of me? That's super weird.
That's...
He's responding like, what?
Okay, now
I feel like, is this supposed, like, I want to see how this could tonally play with her so far, with who we understand her to be. Would she just be like, ha, would you make a statue of me? Would be the only way I could read it. Like, I'm going to try and tease you like teasing you about your muscles.
Except...
Otherwise, I have read this character completely wrong the entire game so far, going, yeah, I don't think she's hitting on him. I think she's trying to be friends, and friends can sometimes develop into something more, because I expect this game to be a weird romance, because that's what they always do. When you break off one relationship, you start a new relationship if you're doing your heteronormative standards of, you know, historical American storytelling.
I have pulled away from the screen. I am kind of grumpy. Okay, it's fine. I would like to be made a fool of here, please.
All right. How would you make a statue of me? Lily of the Hubcaps, 2019. L. Lorenzo Medal. Okay, that's kind of funny, but
that's
also,
sorta...
like, still, I don't know what her tone is at all.
Careful what you wish for. Hey, are we gonna clean the statue or what? I'm also like, okay, so the stereotype really is honestly, if you create a piece of artwork that is your potential love interest or is your love interest or whatever, even like with Frida Kahlo or any number of artists, the reason they painted their muses, they were mostly people that they were interested in.
Yeah, that there was somebody who they were romantically into, and they wanted to keep basically a memory of them and an experience with them.
Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it was a really involved romantic relationship. It could have also just been a purely sexual one, which is fine.
On the other hand,
which is again though a stereotype.
If you're just painting an art model, there's no involvement at all. You're just painting a person. Or if you're doing like fandom art of going, this person is really famous, they have a really interesting face, so it's easy to find pictures of their really cool, interesting face.
Right.
So I did them.
Or
on the other hand,
I just drew my favorite character because they're fun.
Because yes, character. But I was to say, but here the context was him going, that's so romantic, and she went, would you do that for me?
That's a good one.
So it's a context thing. It's not going, what does this mean in general? It's going, contextually in this piece of the story, what does that mean? You're going, Lily, you've been sensitive to the fact that he's going through a divorce. You've been sensitive to the fact that he's lost his kid right now. You've been sensitive to the fact that he's going through a crisis right now, and you're trying to encourage him to be a successful dad because you didn't have what you felt was a dad that was connected to your situation in a way you wanted.
Right.
And now you're just going, suddenly, out of the blue, hey, we're flirting. That's what that feels like, and that feels weird as hell.
And also, even for him doing that bothers me too, because I'm like, dude, you are stressed out. Like, one of the reasons I especially go, whoa, back up, dude, is
Nelly.
because, like, you were just going, I'm gonna run off to Alaska. You know, I'm like, dude, you're in drama mode right now. Let's not. You're going, rebound!
You're going,
immediately!
I need some way to cope and get my mind off what's stressing me out right now. If I can get away from what's hurting me.
Go get some food in your stomach. That'll make you feel better. Like,
right? Anyway, so that feels super weird to me.
That feels very weird.
Clean the statue. Do it.
Hit the button. Hello?
You didn't do it.
I did do it.
You didn't do it properly. Hit it differently.
Do it!
Just do it! Do. Let's clean this thing.
Time to clean!
He's just gonna I just imagine him just scrambling at the statue with his hands, just clawing everything off it, climbing his way up there, ripping the vines off of it, and getting to the top King Kong style.
Lily going, settle down there, King Kong.
Going, whoa, that's some enthusiastic cleaning. I think we need a ladder, though. Nope, I got this.
Gonna find a ladder!
He's just so 100%, 1000% enthusiasm.
Good.
A few hours later, trying to find a ladder. Oh, no. Hang on. But they didn't have... is that your mom, maybe?
Oh, don't know.
That
was fun. So, what do we
got? A lady with a baby, apparently. And garden gnomes. Apparently, like uncles. Garden gnomes make good weird uncles, I think.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, and another photo. She really did have this experience of that.
She was pregnant.
So cute, that picture. I feel like she's holding her belly a little awkwardly, like really pushing it out as far as just things go.
Right.
But it's super cute picture nonetheless. Very soft, like goddess pregnant aesthetic. It's my great aunt. And she's pregnant. Did they have a baby? Because she's, the statue must be her then.
Oh, did she lose her baby?
She never mentioned having any kids. So it's not, either of your parents, because aunt, great aunt kind of thing.
Right.
But that would be grandparents. So I don't know. Maybe she lost a baby.
Maybe,
Is this story a mystery as well? Like, I mean, it has felt like a
Maybe
little puzzle.
she didn't. Yeah, I'm like,
Maybe
she lost her baby.
Oh, jeez. Wow, look at that.
Maybe this was Arthur's paint in the nursery moment.
Oh, he abandoned it when they lost the baby. It does explain why I was so important to Aunt Mary, and why she was always so happy to take me from Mom for a while. Oof.
Oh.
Thinking you have a child and never getting to see it, or see them. I would prefer them.
That's horrible. It truly is.
Now, I would tend to say, based on the people that I have talked to who have had a miscarriage or, lost a baby in one way or another.
Also, that was seriously late term.
I was going to say yes.
Like was the baby born and then they died?
That's what I was going to say. Stillborn is far more traumatic than an early miscarriage based on the people that I have talked to. And I'm not going to say that anyone's experience has to be anything specific, but that generally, if it depends on your investment in having a specific baby and how much you're invested in this pregnancy. Yeah. That if you really wanted a baby, it is terribly sad. But if you're like, oh, I got pregnant, and then it suddenly, isn't the case, it can be very, very different experience. But that was very late term. That would suggest stillborn. And wow, that is a heavy topic for a fluffy little match 3 game.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm also just like,
Again, this game sort of whiplash of we're going to have like weird, awkward, sort of inappropriate flirting behavior based on the other context of the story. Right. And then suddenly we're going to talk about a miscarriage.
Sometimes the tone is a little bit all over the place.
Which might be realistic. A lot of real life situations can be like that.
They can shift pretty strongly sometimes.
You okay, Luke?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you guys have something like that happen? I shouldn't ask that question.
Hey, we should unclog that stream and get the water flowing again. This is where your water comes from.
And then it will come all the way into the other garden. That would be great. That would be and then it runs here and all the way through to the other garden. That would be super cool. Can we get the water going? Because I'm like, the other environment's not finished yet.
Do it.
Does this finish our day? It doesn't quite finish our day. I'm like, we're still not there. Ready for the grand finale? I thought the statue was going to be the grand finale.
I did too. Why did
Dang it. They changed their mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yuck. Gross. Here we go. Maybe? Also, the back pressure should be astounding. Look at that. We did it. Luke, the water is flowing again.
That's so cool. Good job.
Mike, where was the water coming from? He is a sad puppy.
He's going, Luke? Hang on. I actually have a child, and what I'm going is I'm going to run away because...
And then I will essentially lose my child because I won't be there with them. Mm-hmm. Children are important, and is this the end? I think this has got to be it.
Oh, no.
And then it will be
starting
your day.
Start your day, yep.
All right, do it. Here we go.
Do it.
Do it. Luke, are you okay? Hey, come on. What's eating you?
Just, I don't want to lose my daughter.
Yeah, reasonable.
I may not like my ex, but she's not totally wrong about me.
Admitting your flaws is good.
I run from responsibility. I disengage when things get too complicated.
A lot of people aren't taught how to handle stress anyways, so disengaging is one way to do it.
Especially particularly for men.
Yes.
I told myself I wasn't suited for fatherhood, but now I feel like that was just a rationalization. Unlike your great aunt, I have a daughter, and if I lose her now, that's on me.
It's true. That sounds like being self-aware. I mean, being responsible to me.
And you know what? That's more like being self-aware because, it's like you haven't decided to do anything necessarily.
Yeah, and you haven't been able to take action on that decision as well, because sometimes you decide to change, and it takes time to change. Just because you go, you know what? I'm going to stop biting my nails doesn't mean you succeed in that moment.
Yeah.
If you will find yourself biting your nails again sometimes, or if you go, you know what? I'm going to be more responsible. You will find yourself using the same behaviors until you make habits of replacing them.
Yeah, you got to actually have a plan and put your plan into action and going, what I'm deliberately doing is replacing this behavior for this one.
And when I notice myself trying to run away or getting so exacerbated that I feel like all I can do to be safe is run away, then I have to have a different approach and go, okay, what I would usually do here is run away, and instead what I'm going to do is take a few breaths and listen.
Right.
Or something like that.
First time for everything, I guess.
First time being responsible. Well.
Anyway, if I can get my life in order here, I might be able to convince the judge to give me shared custody. Will you help me?
I mean, I don't know what help looks like, and at this point, let's assume that I'll be sort of helping you in the way you're helping me to sort of like, get to know each other better. Thought you'd never ask. Of course I'll help. You've been helping me, and you've been a good neighbor, and I really can use some friends right now.
Thank you.
Sure. Also, if it'd make your kid happy, it might be cathartic for me, you know?
Right? I gotta go make some calls. I'll talk to you later.
Are you gonna tell your kid I renamed her dog?
Please?
All right. So there we go.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
That was
All right.
quite a ride.
Well, cool, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to check out our Patreon, support us there. We can also support us on Ko-Fi if you'd like to do that as well. If you're not comfortable with doing a subscription service, it would be really helpful for us. It actually is one of the things that keeps us going.
Or if you want to like, comment, subscribe, talk to us, all that.
Yep,
We'd
that
love
also
to hear
helps
from
too.
you. Yep.
Other than that, though, have a fantastic day. Take care of yourself in the times of this coronavirus. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!